Life was so boring. I mean, after all, I was a princess. When I was only a filly, I always thought being a princess of Equestria would be so much fun. I really always thought that, but that never seemed to be the case. You see, I was always in deep depression. It always had seemed so, at least. Day after day, I would lie in my bed, locked in my bedroom. My sister was always too busy for me, too busy with her duties and such. I didn't typically have anyone to talk to. Ever since Shining Armor and Cadence moved out, Twilight has been over here a lot more lately because she's the new princess of Equestria. I've learned to ignore Twilight and her cruel words about me. Oh, why don't you ever come out of your room? Oh, why don't you ever come see us, Luna? Hey, why don't you want to come eat some cake with your big sister? You're fat enough already. I'd learned to get used to it, but it usually ended up in disaster each and every time. When I would ignore Twilight, my sister would always be rageful. She would storm into my room and start blabbing on about how I should respect her student. Well, her student doesn't even respect me. And I've tried telling her so, but she never seems to really listen. She just continues all day being a fat ass with a smart ass student. I mean, I've tried hard to reach out to my sister before, but it's never really worked. Sometimes, when I'm really bored, I have a secret nook that I've always been able to go to. I like to stare out my window, but this room had a really big window. And it was hidden away where my closet was. Every quiet night there was, I was able to stare out into the darkness and watch nothing more but the sky. It often was quite lonely there, and I often cried when I was there. Pressed up against the window, crying onto it often, but I've learned to manage. Throughout the years, I've grown more distant while they get closer, and often I started to think I was going crazy. I began to hear a voice in my head. I called her friend. At one point, I was never there, but behind all their smiling faces, they knew that I was. Always like I always was. Locked up tight in my room, hiding and crying, constantly banging on the door. Crying and screaming for their attention. They never really would answer. One night, when I was in the back of the castle alone, I heard the voice, but it spoke out loud this time, not in my head. Luna. Luna, darling, don't ignore me. You know I can help you. Who said that? I remember saying it. Show yourself! Oh, Luna, don't you recognize me? At least, my voice? Friend, but I thought you were in my head. How are you? I called her my friend, and honestly, I thought of her as one as well. Where are you? Come out, please. Well, if you would like. I remember hearing her say that, and then that's all I remember before waking up on the cold ground. To my surprise, when I woke up, my crown was feet away from me. I just walked past it. Eventually, I started coming to the back of the building more often, continuing to pass up the crown each time, hearing the voice day after day after day. Each time I would visit. Eventually, the crown disappeared. I figured maybe someone homeless had taken it to buy something. Who knows? But eventually, and this was the last time I heard her voice. Instead, I became her. Because I am the Mare in the Moon. Nightmare Moon.